said, once a baddie, always a baddie. Sip of water to start off. That's one tip I would give everyone if I had to say. Always stay hydrated.
Really?
Water is the key to life.
What a wise man.
So what would you say was the main goal that brought you to work out with me?
Well, the main goal was always to establish a weightlifting routine. I started running and I noticed that my muscle growth was stagnant and I wasn't really being good at being consistent. So I think personal training helps you with consistency, with building routine, building foundational movements that I typically would not have explored on my own. And especially weights, for me, it was super intimidating to go high. And I've stayed in the same kind of like weight level for years and have not seen any progress, but through personal training I was able to kind of like let go of that fear and tackle bigger weights because I felt comfortable that I had someone that knew what they were doing and wouldn't put me in danger or harm way in that area. Also, I'm getting older, and women as they get older they lose a lot of muscle, so I'm very cognizant of that and I want to start building now.
A solid foundation. It'll take you throughout all aspects of life. And just for context, guys, she did say I was very peaceful and very mindful of her health, but she used to attempt to punch me as well. But that's interesting to hear that you were still kind of like afraid of it, even with your background in fitness, you know, and like you did mention to me as well that you used to work with a personal trainer, you know, so it was just interesting to still hear that you had that kind of fear for working out. Yeah. What do you think that stemmed from, if you don't mind me asking?
I think just being cautious as you get older, you're just like, you're not going to put your body through certain things anymore. So it's that. And just not knowing what you're capable of doing. Just, I don't know, I feel like especially women aren't told they're strong, right? Like you're not really known for lifting heavy things or being capable in their own bodies in that way. So it was unlearning that and just, okay, yes, you can be strong. And it doesn't have to be intimidating. And it's not just for like men or boys. Like you can also lift, I don't know, what is it, 180 pounds, and it's not a crazy thing. 180 pounds.
180 pounds.
Lifted.
Yes, we did get lifted as well. 180.
So yeah, and it feels very empowering. It's great.
Definitely. So you would say it was more so like the stigma kind of around women working out. Yeah. And I know that's a big thing for women as well, because obviously the gym can be a very intimidating place. I think in terms of like all these big men grunting and groaning
by
and
everybody. It's the weight that's intimidating.
The weight that's intimidating.
The people not so
The people not so much. Okay.
No,
very interesting. I think you're the first woman that actually said they weren't intimidated by the gym environment.
No. Oh, well, that's where the background does come into play. Because it's like I did work out I grew up more or less like in my 20s working out with like these big whatever men, and they're just silly and goofy deep down. They might look scary, but they're just regular people.
Definitely.
Trying to like get a lift in.
100%. And I actually found out like the biggest people in the gym are usually the nicest. That's not always the case as we know, but in general, that's kind of the way I've discovered things and found things. So how close do you think you came to achieving that goal of, you know, getting more comfortable in the gym, like building a solid foundation?
100%. I feel like I definitely accomplished that goal.
Okay.
Thanks to you. I think the foundation has been built very solid, and I feel super comfortable just going in by myself 2 to 3 times a week and kind of tackling the same things that we did together because you taught me how to use the machines and push me out of my comfort zone into lifting higher weights that I normally would not have done. So now when I go into the gym, I always think, would Eric think this 20-pound weight is really effective, or where I should start, or should I just suck it up and do the 40 because I know I can do it?
You know you could do it, yeah. And it was really incredible just getting to see your progress, like, and my progress as well, kind of, because I remember that was a big point of contention you kind of had, was like when we were doing the deadlifts that one time. And I just kept throwing plates on. Like I went straight to 2 plates, I think it was. And then that day you had like lower back pain.
Learning experience for both of us.
Yeah. So it was cool to see both of us progress as well in that aspect.
100%.
What aspect of our sessions did you find the most valuable?
I found, again, building a routine, just exploring exercises that I normally would not have done on my own. And I haven't done on my own because the last time I deadlifted was with a personal trainer. And I didn't at all in the time span. How many years ago was that? 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah, just wasn't inclined, didn't feel the need to. So just building a solid foundation routine, those were super beneficial. Aggressive overload, which I touched upon, you did a really good job at identifying what weights I could do or couldn't do, and just learning that, getting that baseline. And like you mentioned earlier, you were learning, I was learning, we were all trying to figure it out together because I couldn't do 2 plates off the bat, but I did work my way up to it.
Yes.
So I thought that was super valuable. Again, like getting out of my shell and comfort zone at the gym was super invaluable. So I definitely recommend personal training for anyone who feels stuck and in a rut or is intimidated. I think you'll get a lot of value of just having someone with you who has done it before. It's great.
Thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. And I do think that's something that valuable about personal training. It's the accountability aspect, because I think a lot of times when people go to the gym, they try to take the easy way out, so to speak. It's like they're there, but they're not really working out, so they'll be doing the easy weights. They're like, oh yeah, I worked out for an hour today, an hour and a half, but did you really push yourself, And I think sometimes that's why you see people working out for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and they say, you go up to them, you ask them, hey, how long have you been working out in the gym for? And they'll say like 30, 40 years, but you feel like you don't see any tangible progress from them, and one of my favorite quotes is like, if you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Oh, wow.
Mic drop. Definitely.
But really, 30, 40 years and no progress at the gym?
Oh yeah, 100%. It happens all the time, because a lot of people, they also come in and you'll see them moving like heavy weight, but they're cheating, right? Like if they're doing a row, on a cable row, they're using their whole body to pull it. They're not necessarily isolating the back, right? So they're using a lot of leg drive, a lot of momentum to kind of pull the weight up. And sure, it looks cool. It's very impressive for like 30 seconds, but aside from that, it doesn't have any tangible value, aside from stroking someone's ego. Some days you're going to compromise the form to lift a little heavier. I wouldn't necessarily advise that though for like the compound lifts, especially like a deadlift. I think that's the easy way to kind of injure yourself, So I would say don't let the ego go to your head, or like don't compare yourself to other people that are lifting heavier than you necessarily.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah. That's not.
But yeah, at the end of the day, the challenge is always you versus you,
100%.
But I do think you should strive to. There's something in yoga called the edge, and I think that's where we should all live. It's like right on the edge of comfort and discomfort. It's like constantly pushing your comfort zone and learning something new or experiencing something new. What do you think the least useful aspect of our sessions was?
I did write this down.
Okay, perfect. Let's let the camera hear it raw and unfiltered.
So the least useful thing for me personally was tracking my calories.
Okay.
Like that I found so tedious and like, I don't know, it's my own personal thing because I used to track religiously and I lost a lot of weight, but I was the weakest I've ever been in my life. But I will say it was helpful for macros. Mm-hmm. So I tracking protein, I found super helpful.
Yes.
Like that part of it. You're like, that's right, that's what I wanted. Yeah, tracking the protein was so helpful because I realized how little or how much, and like I was always on the lower end. So I'm like, okay, I really have to be intentional. I really have to up the protein. So in that way, it was super helpful. But nothing was not valuable or invaluable.
But you would say the calories was the biggest one.
Yeah, and even that was still helpful because macros, again, me thinking about that.
That's always one thing I tell people when they start working out is protein is like, in addition to water, protein is the key to a bodybuilder's life. Mm-hmm. And especially since your goal was to like kind of have that defined six-pack and lose weight, right? Like the more protein you eat, yes, it's going to be very beneficial for sure. Mm-hmm. The main reason I tell people to do it is because for one, it'll give you a solid foundation kind of where you are. So I like to say what gets measured gets improved. So it gives you a solid baseline of how many calories you're eating, and then the amount of calories you would need for like a bulk or a mini bulk, and then how many calories you would need for a deficit or how many calories you would need for maintenance, because sometimes that's the goal as well. But the other reason is because you get also a good gauge of, in a sense, you're tracking so that you don't have to track anymore, because at some point you'll be able to like eyeball a lot of foods, or like think about what you're eating throughout the day and kind of know like, oh, this is how much protein I've eaten throughout the day. I need to eat X amount more, or I'm at a great amount, so I don't need to eat any more throughout the day. So I feel like it gives people a solid, it's more of like a mindset thing. It's like, oh, just being conscious of what you're eating as well, more so.
I think that's super important, what you said last, like being conscious about it and not letting your hunger kind of take over or dictate. It's more of a discipline thing. Like be disciplined, like exercise that muscle of, you don't just have to consume, you're not Kirby eating everything in sight. Like you can be a little bit more intentional, and it can help your progress. Like if you have a certain goal, you have to change some of the other aspects of your life to support it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they all go hand in hand. And stressing that, I think, is super valuable. So
cool.
Again, everything was valuable. Look at that.
But the calories were least valuable still.
Least favorite, I guess.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after we stopped working out, I deleted that. I was like, goodbye.
That's fair. Yeah, it is very tedious. It is very tedious.
Also,
for sure.
I run a lot, and I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm hungry and I need energy, like for sure. We're gonna eat.
Yeah, that's another rule. Like calories are not a die-hard rule, obviously. Like if it says your calorie intake for the day is like 2,500, but you're gonna be running, you're gonna be lifting.
What would you tell someone who is on the fence about hiring a personal trainer?
Your health is a worthy investment. I think doing the exercises correctly and not injuring yourself are worth investing in. Also, there are people that go to the gym and do the same exercises like me and at the same way, and they don't see any progress. So I feel like if you're at a plateau in your fitness journey, I think hiring a professional is the way to go.
I do think your health, obviously, and your body are very important investments, and I always say, like, we only have one body. This is our temple, And I feel like a lot of times we're willing to spend money on things that don't necessarily matter as much, but society deems as important. Like, okay, I'll buy this new car for $200,000, but I can't afford personal training, or I'm not willing to do it. Like, even nonsensical, I wouldn't say nonsensical stuff, but like buying drinks or like going to a club or like
100%, that adds up.
Like a subscription, yeah. So it all compounds, and you want to be compounding in the right direction, right? So instead of like buying a Netflix subscription every month that forces you, let's say, to stay at home, eat unhealthy snacks, you want to be moving in the opposite direction and like buying a gym membership that costs the same price, but now you're going out in the mornings, let's say, you're getting some sunlight in and you're working out, which is going to have great benefits not only for your physical health, but your mental and even your spiritual health, I would say. And you have a chance to meet like-minded individuals who have similar goals and hobbies as you, and just get yourself out into the world.
Yeah, the benefits are
compounding.
Yeah, exactly.
Positive compounding.
Compound lifting, compound benefits. Exactly. You got all of it.
Albert Einstein actually said the sixth wonder of the world is compound interest.
Oh, I thought you were going to say compound lifts, but
how did your relationship with exercise or your body change over the course of our time together?
Oh, I love this question. This is really good. It changed completely. After going to the gym, I was just stronger and I felt better and I moved a lot better with ease, and I just flowed more easily within my body. That the dream of the six-pack kind of fell away, I'm not gonna lie. The dream to lose weight, I kind of got rid of that too. I'm just like, I don't mind the weight that I'm at because it helps me lift weight. Like if I lost a little bit more, I have friends that are smaller and they can't lift as heavy. And I think I'd rather lift heavy than be smaller and physically shrink. So it totally changed my goals. Like, wow. It's so interesting. Like, I was very much into the aesthetic aspect of it all. And then as it went on, I was like, oh no, like, this is just great in itself. Like, I don't need to see a six-pack necessarily. I don't need to see the scale go down. I actually don't mind my weight. And it helped me get there because I did at first, obviously. But the more I worked out, the more I'm like, I'm okay.
That's always kind of one of the goals in the back of my mind for people that come in purely with like the aesthetic point of view, or like losing weight to look a certain way. Like, yeah, it's great. That's one thing, but the main thing is longevity, you know, obviously, and just health and just like day-to-day activities. Like, who doesn't like going for walks or like traveling, and you have to hike and stuff like that, you know? And then obviously a lot of people have kids or grandchildren that they're looking up to, you know, so you want to be able to spend time with them. You want to be able to like throw a ball with them, you know. So I appreciate also that the fact that your mentality around working out kind of changed, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was not expecting that at all. But I'm happy it did. It's a good side effect.
Very cool. And this also, I think that also gives you, it's a better motivating factor, I feel like, than just pure aesthetics, right? Because it's like pure aesthetics, you get there, it's like, now what? But this is always something you have to work towards, in a sense, you know. It's like always something you have to maintain now, because it becomes a lifestyle at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know.
I drank the Kool-Aid that you provided. Now I'm in.
Great. Now you're in. Once you're in, you're always in. Question number 5. I feel like you partially answered this previously, but were there any moments outside of our sessions where you noticed a real difference in terms of like energy, confidence, just how you moved in general?
Yeah, definitely when I'm lifting something now, I'm like, all right, you can do this. Activate those muscles and get it done. Running has been helpful. Let's see, I feel a lot more comfortable.
Okay.
If that makes sense, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's because if I had to compare the body to something, I would say it's like a toolkit. You know, we have all these different tools. We just have to learn how to utilize them. And especially that goes back to the point we were talking about before about functionality. So even day-to-day activities, like if you have to lift up a box, there's a proper and an improper way to go. You want to be using a deadlift technique, in all honesty, to lift it up, you know. And I think that's also why people just have a lot of like back pain or just pains in general, because they're using their muscles improperly, or they're not engaging what should be engaged, you know. And over time, over decades, this adds up, compounding again. Even though it's small, right? It may seem small in the moment, but it's like a mindset, and it compounds. If you had to describe working with me in 3 words,
oh my God,
how would you describe it?
Okay, working with you in 3 words: motivating, consistent, grounding.
Grounding.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
yes, we were grounded in the reality of what we could and couldn't do in that specific moment. And that was good.
And plus, for deadlifts, the weight starts on the ground, so it's really grounded.
Really, super grounded, 100%. You're very communicative, very responsible, just very reliable. Yeah, I feel like these don't sound boring, but these are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all good things to be. Yes. Reliable, consistent, grounding, all of the above. Yeah.
Cool, I appreciate that.
Very calm energy throughout, which is really nice when you're sweating through your layers.
Was there ever a moment you almost quit?
Wow, that's such a good question. No. Almost quit the gym or quit personal training?
Both. Why not?
No.
Or either.
The gym has always been there in the background. It'll always be there. No, there's no moment. Personal training, I think at 3 months, because we had agreed initially to 3 months, and then I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I could do another 3.
Okay.
So that's the only point. But it was like a natural kind of end point to reflect and think about. So it wasn't something that I wanted to leave. Yeah, I mean, if you want a silly answer, at 7 a.m. every morning, I was not interested.
7:15.
I wanted to quit.
7:15.
7:14, I was uninterested. Wanted to leave at all times. There were times during the workout, I'm like, why am I here? I hate it. And I think I verbalized it.
Yes, very much so.
I wasn't shy about sharing. So, yeah, no, but I genuinely know.
Cool. Great to hear. Last question. What's one thing I could have done differently that would have made a bigger difference for you?
Ooh. Okay. I guess I did say you were consistent, but I think then this goes for both of us. We could have been more, But again, this is for next time, right? So if you're going to measure, I think start at the beginning, like before even working out. I think that would be a good idea. And it's a good thing to have in your tool kit or whatever. Like have them measure themselves or you measure them. I think that would have been good. And then a discussion on like PRs if that's an option.
Okay.
Because I know the first session is basically going through certain machines and seeing what you can or can't do and getting a baseline. But then having a conversation about PRs would have been helpful for us because I think we kind of winged it and we were like, oh, let's just see if we can do the heaviest and then whatever. But if there's a way of like dedicating one session at the end of every month to PRing specifically, I think that would have been cool for, in my case, I don't think everyone would be into that.
I want to thank you so much for your time, your dedication, your patience. Like we mentioned, it was a learning practice for both of us. And it was just incredible to see your journey, you know, and kind of hear your thoughts about how it progressed and from your perspective, just seeing everything roll out. So I appreciate that. My name is Eric with Valiant Vitality Training, and I look forward to working with you all in the future.
Yay, thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
That was great.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. You gotta, no?
Got it.
You gotta flex on them.